Yes, there's a fifth boss. Bloody hell. But before we get into that, I should have said what the boss 4 was all about and what it came from, because at the start of that bit, I kind of apologise for not having said a bit more about the Gravity Man fight and the popularity stage and all that kind of thing. So you'd think that I'd have remembered to have said something about boss 4, but apparently, I don't think I did at all. So let me apologise for that and say that it was the final boss from I Want to Be the Destination, which was, again, a stage that we played, or a screen that we played in stage 6. It was screen 4, the one with the water. You know, that one that I cleared about 3/4 of it in a total of under about 5 minutes, but spent at least 6 times that long just trying to clear the second part of it. But yeah, so yeah, the fourth one was from I Want to Be the Destination. So yeah, let's just dive into this one. And what I'm probably going to say first off is I'm probably going to spend even less time on this one than I kind of did on some of the other ones, and the reason for that is because it is the second, or what happens after this boss fight, which is kind of the really interesting thing, because to be honest, there's not really a lot to say about this. So I'll kick off by saying it is from I Want to Be the Love Trap. So remember way back when I cleared the final screen of stage 6, or well, it's not quite the final screen of stage 6, but we'll come to that a bit later. But the final screen of what you would call the main part of stage 6, that was I Want to Be the Love Trap. So yeah, ordinarily would have expected to go straight to a boss from I Want to Be the Love Trap, and well, eventually we have done. We just had to beat 4 other bloody bosses in order to get there. So this is what looks like to me not the final boss, but the first version of two of this boss. And let me take the time now to say a thank you at least to the creator in Felucca, for although you made a bloody really freaking difficult game, you've not made it ridiculously impossible. So let me go back to the other bosses that we've already seen in good one, in stage 6. So yeah, the first one that I cleared, Nui Hoju, or however, that was even better. Bravo. The first one that I cleared, that was yeah, a much easier version from what I can see of the boss from I Want to Be Make It Breaking Out. It's the patterns are all, you know, some of the moves are a bit different. The patterns are certainly different, particularly that final phase. That just looks easier than the original version. The Crimson one, I've got to say, the 4-face one, I can't really tell or make out any difference to that. I don't know if possibly the only thing I can think of was that maybe the health bar was possibly slightly fewer hits or something, but maybe not. I honestly don't think that is the case. But anyway, I couldn't see that was any more difficult. The popularity boss Gravity Man, yeah, no different, I don't think anyway, from the first phase of that fight from I Want to Be the Popularity. And let me stress again the word phase there, in that there are 2 phases to that boss fight. The second one, you know, just where he gets the Star Crash shield and just goes absolutely mental, and thankfully it's not in this game, and yeah, I don't think I'd ever be able to do it if it was. So yeah, that was a hell of a lot easier. And even the destination one, trying to think what on earth I want to say. Yeah, although it took me 6 minutes to beat, that was because solely due to lag, and again, apologies for that. But normal speed versions are about 3 minutes. I'm going to try a little trick here because I've just kind of screwed I'm not going to try. Well, I was going to try a little trick, but it didn't work. Anyway, back to my point. Yeah, normal speed versions of the Kamilia version of that boss fight take about 3 minutes. The actual boss fight in I Want to Be the Destination seems to take 6 minutes. I don't know whether that's because the invincibility frames on once you've hit a gun. Oh yeah, I should say that as well. I call the stupid things faces. They are of course guns, not faces. I'm doing absolutely atrociously on this. I may have to slow down and just and try and do just a little bit, demonstrate a little bit better on this one. As I say, I'm not going to spend an enormous amount of time, but because there's very little to say. But oh well, yeah. But yeah, yes. I don't know whether the invisibility frames on that destination boss are a bit longer even, but yeah, 6 minutes that seems to take. Going at full speed, whereas this version only takes or should take about 3 minutes. So yeah, it's about, despite being it's still one of the boss that I hate of the 4 anyway, the most. Half as easy as it would have been on the original. And would you believe that? Yeah, if I was having to do that one and it crashed, it would take me about 12 minutes to beat. Yay! So yeah. Thank heavens for some bits. So yeah, anyway. This boss, yeah, there seems to be 2 versions of it. The first version, as I clearly think this is, the giant kid's bullets, the shooting are a lot slower. Brilliant. No, I wasn't getting the teleporter, great. So yeah, the second version they seem to go double speed at least. And also the fruit that fires after certain points, they seem to just whiz along in the second version and are incredibly difficult to dodge. So let me maybe talk about it now. As you can kind of see, at the start you can kind of hit the giant kid as many times as you want. It doesn't really have, you can just pummel away. After you get in a certain number of hits, obviously you can see his health bar at the top there, fruit starts coming in from the right hand side of the screen. So provided you don't do too much, which is probably what I was doing, or hitting him too much at the beginning, just kind of, trying to go far too quickly. Every hit you get him, one piece of fruit appears. So yeah, provided you don't hit him too much, you can obviously, there's a fair amount of time to react to the fruit that comes in the right hand side of the screen. They are random in the sense that you don't know what height. Oh wow! Let's save a bit closer to the. Oh, I can't restart while he's doing transition. Oh, never mind anyway. Yeah, they are random in the sense that you don't know what height they're gonna come at. So as you can see now, I got a very nice one there. Let me try and employ my trick here. Yay, there it went. I screwed up the limb bit, but that was my little trick in terms of, well, not my little trick anyway, but a little trick in terms of if you do find yourself screwed over in trying to jump from hollow giant bullet to hollow giant bullet, then you can try and get round the bottom. But yeah, anyway, back to my point about the height randomness. So as you can see, that one was particularly annoying because it was right at my height. The first one there is a little bit irritating because I've got to be a bit prepared for it. But as you can see, this one now, I do not have to worry about that in the slightest. If I get hit to that piece of fruit, then quite frankly, I've already lost. So yeah, if you get some nice fruit patterns, it's not too bad. All of these ones are particularly nice. I hit them about 5 times in quick succession there, and all 5 were sufficiently low that I didn't even really have to worry about it. Yeah, getting back to my, as you can kind of perhaps appreciate, if I get back to my point about the bullet, where the fruit comes from. Can I demonstrate now? If I go enough times, yeah. Now they start coming down. So the second part, once you hit them enough times, good God, they start coming down from the ceiling. The third part of it, as you might be able to guess, they start coming up from the floor, and the fourth part, predictably, they start coming along from the left-hand side of the screen. There's also a piece of fruit you have to worry about at a particular point in time that just never goes away, and moves on a diagonal. So that's something else to worry about. But yeah, that's a slightly separate issue. But yeah, you can imagine, and I say this other version of this fight where the fruit just moves at ridiculous speed. If you've got fruit coming from the left-hand side of the screen, that is an absolute bugger to react to. So yeah, thank heavens for small mercies, this is the first version of the fight, not the second. Interesting point, I'm not sure if anyone has actually beaten the second version of that fight. I'm sure they must have done, but there doesn't seem to be any evidence of it on YouTube or anything. The only video I could see where it looked like the second version of this boss was beaten was a tool assisted run. So that's just an indication of how irritating or how difficult indeed that is. I'm doing a little bit better here, and as I say that, I'm probably going to screw up. The other thing I perhaps haven't mentioned, although it's probably been blatantly obvious by this point in time, if you've been paying any bit of attention, is that the hollow giant bullets that the giant kid shoots are obviously what I'm double jumping on. Do not hit the solid ones, they will kill you. We have now got to the point where a piece of fruit is coming up from the floor, so I have now got 3 things to worry about. And this is the point in time where the number of hits that you can get in on the giant kid just kind of slows down, particularly because, you know, while there's only one bit of fruit on screen, I can, you know, somewhat kind of shoot away quite a bit and get, you know, and deal with it. Now I've got 3 bits of fruit to worry about. I'm more or less just slowed down now to hitting him one at a time. When we get to or I don't know if I'm going to get to it, obviously, but when I finally somewhat get to the the bit where sugar. Here we go. I've got a cherry on a diagonal now, so now I've got to worry about this. When we finally get to worrying about a piece of fruit coming in from the left-hand side of the screen, yeah, it's going to slow down even more. The other thing to say as well is that when fruit starts coming in from the left-hand side of the screen, I want to try and be as far over to the right, bugger, as possible, so that the fruit doesn't come in, and yeah, I've got more time to react to it. So, yeah, so the second half of all, indeed, what happens after this boss fight is probably the interesting bit. I've actually, to be honest, said all I really want to say about this. You've kind of seen everything here. There's nothing new apart from the piece of fruit coming in from the left-hand side of the screen. Apologies, I've done a particularly crap job so that you haven't seen that while I've been talking. But, yeah, actually, no, I will do one. I will have another go while I say something else, and that's that I did want to talk about the fact that it's been blatantly evident to me that this Let's Play is, certainly now anyway, becoming less and less like a Let's Play, in that I'm kind of cutting, you know, pretty what it seems like all the time. And while I apologise for that, this game is particularly difficult that I feel like I have to do it so as not to just, you know, waste your time. Obviously, you could choose what to watch, but I don't think there's much point to me uploading just perennial failure. So I did kind of say when I was going through I want to kill the Kamilia, but I didn't think I would ever do a Let's Play of this game just from that point in time. Not only that, the game is bloody difficult. I'd already got through it all once, and I hadn't really much desire to do it all again. But oh well, I somehow managed to find the desire, so here we go. Yeah, unlike my other I Want to Be Let's Plays, you know, I've you know, barely cut anything, I think. The very first one, Boshi, bits of the Solgren fight I cut, to be honest, part of that was to do with the recording software, meaning that I couldn't actually record the full fight and the credits as well. So, you know, somewhat that was a little bit forced upon me in order to get a decent recording. My second one, I Want to Be Like Zoop. The only thing I cut, or I believe that I cut from memory, was the long jump section in the Donkey Kong bit. Great. Yeah, I don't recall cutting anything else, so that was all it from there. Third one, I Want to Be the Star. The only thing I think was the boss rush in that, where you've got to kill Red, Kracko, and Donkey Kong, all 3 in one go. And I nearly didn't have to cut. I beat Red, I beat Kracko, and I screwed up on the final hit on Donkey Kong. Brilliant. 9 out of 10, possibly even more, a better percentage rate on the success rate on that. But no, I managed to screw it up. So that meant I had to cut back to the point for that. But yeah, I didn't cut anything else out of that. I don't believe I cut anything out of the original. I Want to Kill the Kamilia. So yeah, I think I've done a very good. I've been either fortunate enough, or indeed somewhat skillful enough, to have been able to go through these games. You know, talking, etc., and not having to cut, so that's great. That's probably going to kill me. Oh well, okay. Yeah, it just doesn't seem possible on this game. You know, all those other games that I've talked about, there are loads of people who've done Let's Plays, you know, traditional, what I would call Let's Plays, where they've you know, talked through what they were doing on YouTube or anywhere else. There's only one other person I can. You know, anyone who seems to have completed this game or whatever, you know, seems to have done just posted successful bits of the odd occasional failure, etc. But there's no running commentary or anything like that. The only other person that I can think of, again, I may be missing someone. If that's the case, I sincerely apologise. But the only other one I'm aware of, and again, apologies for name dropping, is Bloodsplitting Lizard. who's doing a particularly awesome Let's Play of I Want to Kill the Kamilia 2. I don't know if he's, hopefully he's continuing it. He seems to have kind of hit a bit of a brick wall at the moment, but he's on stage 6. But yeah, I hope he goes back to that, because I do find his, well, any of his Let's Plays particularly good, but particularly this one, I do find. So yeah, anyway, apologies for the name drop, but yeah, I don't know why I've just gone crazy with the shooting there. I really shouldn't have done. This will be my last go, I think, whatever now. I've kind of said what I wanted to say about why this Let's Play is, yeah, just to me, that is probably not my best. And yeah, I don't like all this cutting, but there's very, very little I can do about it, unless you want to see hours and hours and hours upon failure. So yeah, this, oh God, that diagonal one appeared at about possibly the worst possible time. I don't know if you saw that, but at the moment it picked to appear, but yeah. Did I mention, if I didn't already mention, that's one possible thing to say, in that, yeah, I'm now trying to be even extra, ultra careful about shooting, because I don't really want the diagonal one, like it is for now, for instance, where it's slightly in my way. I don't want to be hitting the kid and hitting the giant kid and having other fruit to dodge at this point in time as well. Again here, I want to wait until that diagonal has clearly got out of my way before having to worry about dodging anything else. So yeah, it's at this point in time that it just slows down. I mean, his health bar looks like it's quite low. That was stupid. That was really stupid. Ugh. And not a good way to finish. But yeah, his health bar looks quite low in terms of where, you know, where it starts at. But we still haven't even got to the bit where the fruit comes in the left-hand side of the screen. Yeah, this thing takes ages. For this video, I'd like to probably save what happens after you beat this boss. To talk about that. So yeah, if there's any hilarious failure from your point of view where I get really close, I'll leave that in. But yeah, beyond that, I have nothing else to say on this one. So yeah, I'm going to shut up. Bloody bouncing piece of crap! That's not how stuff bounces! Damn it! Oh! Can't even really blame anything for that one. Piss off! Bloody hell! Hallelujah. Right, let's just let this kill me. Because I'm not doing this right now. I'm going to take a break. I'm also going to... Well, I'll come back and tell you the stats on it. But yeah, this is the... this is what I really wanted to get to and talk about. But yeah, anyway, the Love Trap boss is done. That wasn't too bad. It's annoying, particularly when you just get fruit that you just think is, you know, right in your bloody way. By the way, what I did there at the end was I kind of recognised that the boss's health was sufficiently down low so that then I could just kind of pummel away and get like the last 5 or hits in, you know, and not have to worry about keep dodging all the stuff, etc. So rather than prolong the fight, yeah, once it gets down to a certain point, I was confident enough that I could just pummel away at him and get him down those final few hits. So that wasn't accidental or anything. That wasn't just me going nuts. That was deliberate. But yeah. Okay, so the stats: 70 deaths, 1 hour 30, bringing the total on all 5 of the bosses to 355 deaths and 5 3/4 hours. Holy mother, I can't believe they all went as well as that. They are all buggers, and they're all done, and I don't have to think about them anymore. Let's move on. This, however, I say we are not done with the stage 6, and this is why. I've been cryptically talking about this bit for quite some time now. I previously said the stage wasn't over, or the levels weren't over, and I stand by that. I don't care that the giant kid is chasing me. That could be anything. That could be a moon. That could be a spike wall. That could be anything that's chasing me here. The fact that it happens to be a giant kid is irrelevant to me. The music's awesome, by the way. But this is what I've been cryptically referring to on numerous occasions during this Let's Play. This part of stage 6. This is the bit that took me 9.5 hours. I hate it. One more death, by the way, and it'll be 11,000. I don't know how many awkward jumps there are in this bit. The thing goes on for what must be at least 2 minutes, I think. I don't know. I'm seem to be quite terrible at estimating times of stuff, but I'd have to say probably at least 2 minutes. Tricky jumps up the wazoo. None of them are straightforward. In fact, even if you like put them at like 50-50, there's probably about 20 of them in the damn thing. So I don't know off the top of my head what a half to the power of 20 is. It's probably quite a large number. But yeah, I think it would be 1,024 squared, whatever the hell that is. So about 1 million. I don't know. I'd have to do the math on that. I think 2 to the power of 10 is 1,024, just off the top of my head. But yeah. Anyway, the point I'm trying to get across is that this is an absolute bugger. Well, for 9.5 hours worth, I'd certainly expect that to be the case. I don't know how long this is going to take. Hopefully nowhere near that long. I can't even get past jump 3 at the moment. Or no, did I get past jump 3? I don't know. I don't even know. But yeah, it's just full of nastiness, this area. And yeah, I don't consider it a boss per se. So yeah, all those times I said, in theory, we were done with the level part of the stage. No, this is still level. I did get past jump 3. That was jump 3, and like almost all of this, I hate it. What's somewhat annoying is that the first 10 to 15 seconds, probably nearer 15, again I don't know, I seem to be bad at estimating times, is a piece of piss. After that, you just don't get any respite. Okay, that's gone okay. This jump's nice. One of those, kind of staircase jumps where you've probably got 2 ways of approaching it. Either you jump through the narrow gap between the spike on the floor and the spike on the ceiling, and and double jump once you've made it through that jump. Made it through that gap, or you set yourself up to make the double jump through that gap. Personally, I think I'll see how it goes. That I prefer to make the double jump after I've got through the gap. But yeah, we'll see how it kind of goes. I suspect there's going to be quite a bit of cutting in this as well, because say it does go on for an eternity, and every single jump is, well, there are very few gimme jumps in this bit. If I die to a particular bit, I mean, yeah, okay, there are jumps that are more annoying to die to than others, but I don't think there's a single one past. Wait till I get to it. Yeah, from this point onwards, I don't think there's a single jump that I can say that if I screw up on it, that I'm absolutely, devastated and it should never ever happen, kind of thing. So, yeah, there's full of well, maybe not full of. That's probably a bit of an exaggeration, but it's got tricks and traps in there. So there are some places where it looks like you should go somewhere, and actually you shouldn't. Like here, for instance. Oh no, this is it. I made it through that gap and I died. Oh, that's irritating. Right, from what you can see on screen, from the bit I died, you might think you actually want to go left through that little gap there. Where else are you supposed to go? But no, you don't go there. If I get back to that point before I have to cut, or even after I cut, I'll explain where you should go. But no, that fairly obvious looking place that you should go, up toward the top, left with that kind of spike pyramid, don't go up there. Don't even think about going up there. I'm just trying to think whether there are any kind of like actual triggers in this section, and although there are a few moments where the floor kind of gives way, or sneakiness where you don't quite go where you think you should go, I off the top of my head can't remember whether there are any spike triggers or anything, but there might be the odd one or two. Well, they're going to annoy me when I come to them, because at the moment I can't actually remember them. So if they are there, you can guarantee that they're going to get me. I'm just praying that there isn't one in like the final 10 to 15 seconds of all this. By the way, yeah, you can't hit the kid or slow him down or anything. It's auto-scrolling, obviously, by the way, so you obviously need to keep a reasonable distance ahead of the kid. Not great. That's one of those jumps I was talking about. That's not a gimme, but yeah, okay, I am slightly disappointed to have died for that one. But yeah, the auto-scrolling bit is not terribly bad at the beginning, but that was a particularly terrible jump. Although again, it's no gimme. But yeah, you need to keep quite a distance away from the giant kid, because we don't just have a linear path where you constantly move to the left. No, there'll be bits where you've got to backtrack to the right and loop round and all that jazz. So yeah, don't fall too far, or don't be too far away from the left-hand edge of the screen. Yeah, you'll need to keep a good distance away from him. I was just about to say that I'm doing slightly better at the first bit, but I can't actually determine any evidence of that at the moment. So I suspect this bit, because I'm going to try and this is probably going to go. This is probably going to go on the back end of the Love Trap boss, and I'm probably going to consign this to a video. I've already been glancing at the length of the recording, 8 minutes, so I'm probably going to split this up into various bits. I've talked for about 8 minutes already. I'm going to go to about 10 minutes, and if I don't get past what would have been about the 5th jump, or 5th or 6th jump by then yeah, I'll cut and I'll start picking the story up when I actually make some more progress. But believe me, this, a bit like the popularity screen, this might not necessarily look like too much, but it really is. Or I think it is anyway. If you can beat this, no problem, then hats off to you. I'm just not that good. As evidenced by the fact it took 9.5 hours. This is, by the way, the longest any single non-boss screen God damn. But yeah, the longest time, yeah, any non-boss. Well, that just about takes the biscuit. The longest I've spent clearing any non-boss screen, 9.5 hours. I can't recall anything that even remotely comes close to it. The Crimson screen from this game took 4.5 hours, but I honestly can't remember anything that got anywhere near approaching that length of time. No. I'm already starting to think, yeah, well, we've only been going 10 minutes, so this might be the last go, I think. And next time I die, I'll cut and I'll pick the story up when I actually make some more decent progress. Yep. There we go. I've got plenty more to say on this when we get to the bits, but I can't even get to them right now. I mean, yeah, I'll see you when I actually make some progress. Right, okay. This fallen down hit. Oh no. That's no gimme, but why the hell I double jumped, I have no idea. Let's try again, shall we? And not double jump. Oh. Still, we don't know where to go. Well, I do. You might do if you've already seen someone else do it, but yeah. Still haven't shown it off. So another go. Yay! Finally! Right, that's where you're supposed to go. That was totally obvious, wasn't it? Right, the rest up to the point where I just died is not too terribly bad. Once you know that little secret path there, then the spike jumps at the bottom are not too terribly bad. But yeah, after that, I'm a bit disappointed I died where I did. But you start getting into a bit more of the narrow spike weaving bit. But yeah, anyway, the bit at the bottom there is yeah, it's not really anything. So they give you some nice jumps, but that doesn't last long. Yeah, don't think falling down between those two spikes is a gimme. Oh, that's a pain in the neck to position yourself there. Far more intricate and precise than it looks. Right, I better go this time. Well, we've made a little bit more progress. Hurry up. Oh no! Damn it! Well, that's a bit further, isn't it? Now, I'm trying to think what I need to do there, whether or not I need to actually not double jump. I think I need to not double jump through that gap. I believe there's something up with the floor or something, so yeah, I don't quite know about that. But as you saw there, I had to, before I got to that point, I really had to hurry because that was the first point where we loop around, and I screwed up my jump in getting up to the top level, so that meant I ran out a little bit out of time. But yeah, anyway, I mistimed my single jump over the thing. Maybe it's not actually, I say, well, find out, or I'll find out for when I get back there again. Maybe I just realised that actually the best way to even clear that jump that I just died on was to pretty much jump right up against the spike, the rightmost spike, and just single jump it. Maybe I've discovered that was the best way to do it, but yeah, anyway, I don't know. I'll find out when I get back there. But there is a trick coming up next, so yeah. When I make that jump, it'll be a case of don't go where you think you should go. Oh, no, I didn't jump high enough. Bugger. Right, can we please stop messing up on this spike? Thank you. Yeah, and once you've made that, do not dilly-dally. I've done that. I've done it again. I don't believe it. Right up against its single jump. No, it didn't work. Interesting. I'm not helping myself by screwing myself up on getting up to the top level first go, because that would have afforded me a bit more time, but yeah, I'm going to have to rethink how I do that jump, because I'm pretty sure that was reasonably what I said I would do last time, and it didn't work, so I get the feeling I do not want a single jump. I do not want a double jump through there though. I can't quite remember why though. Good, finally. Right, okay, let's double jump it. Alright, maybe it was maybe double jumping was fine, but anyway, you saw the trick there. Yeah, go high, not low. In case you can't tell, there was a little spike on that platform here. You need to really dash for the hilt and not do that. And I think I'm about maybe just about the 50% way, 50% mark there. But as you can see, we need to loop round again, so you can. So you need to be a bit quick here. You can also possibly, if you have a close look at the bottom left-hand edge of the screen, there are tiny spikes jutting out both from the floor and the second lowest platform. So you need to watch out for those. Double jump over them. They're not too bad, I suppose, once you know they're there. But believe me, that's not all there is there. There's another little trick just lying in wait there. Right. Please don't screw up so badly this time. Yes. Right, double jump up. Now, all jump along to the left. Now be careful here, as you can see there are little spikes jutting out here, so yeah, don't just land in the middle of the platform. Here's hoping I don't screw this up quite so badly this time. Jump. And screw up the second jump. Lovely, I was rushing too much, and quite frankly I thought the kid was going to catch up with me anyway, because I took too long. Somewhere along the line I took too long. Anyway, yeah, now's a good time to illustrate a point I was going to make. I probably made it about there, I don't know, maybe like possibly only about 60% of the way through, but still a fair chunk of the way through. But what's so irritating about this is, well, this is the next go legitimately. Let's see where I die. I promise I am not deliberately going to screw up. Yeah, I died there. So I made all that, I got all that way through, yet the very next go I died on either the second or third jump, depending on how you classify the first jump, because it's a jump and then a double jump. So whether you count that as one or two, yeah, this one anyway. So yeah, whether you count that one as one or two, I don't know. But yeah, you can get so far through this, and it's almost like past progress makes absolutely no difference to what the hell you're doing. You can just die on absolutely anything in this goddamn screen, including that jump, which I hate. I'm dying so many bloody times on it. I'm not showing you all the times I've died on that spike, but believe me, that's killing me far too many times for my liking. And while I'm in the middle of a rant, this 15-second bit, in order to get to that first jump, double jump, this bit here, this 15 seconds, it's such a bore. I mean, wow. I was about to say that you maybe die on that bit maybe 1 in 100 times, and even then that's probably too many, and lo and behold I go and die on the stupid damn section. So, oh well, maybe it does have a purpose. But seriously, you die so few times on this section that it just elongates the amount of the time that you need to, when you get back into the main bit of it. Just drop me at that first tricky double jump. This 15-second start is such a drag. Right. I felt like I was a bit behind last time, so let's motor. Well, I don't have to be much further forward than that. Oh, and I still rushed and hit the damn spike! What? I can't be doing that wrong! And I can see where the damn spikes are! Why am I screwing that up? Go. Great. Oh, you just try and rush, and this is what happens. There's no way in flipping hell I should ever be dying to that. Take away the chase segment and part of this, and frankly I'd impale myself on a spike if I ever died like that. Oh, there's me trying to be too fast for my own good. Bugger! Trying not to be an idiot this time. Good. Sure I will be in just a second. Goody. Now, whoops, there's yeah, no floor there, so I didn't make it through that little gap there, which I'm a little disappointed about, but oh well. Yeah, you can see where that little black block that looks like a block now has kind of appeared within the kind of the green floor. Yeah, fake floor. There's also another spike just below the actual wall here. If you look at this, there's a spike right at the top. If you look like vertically down, straight down that, there's also a small spike on the floor there, which you have to jump over. Which again, if you're rushing, is easy to miss. We're making some progress. No, no, that is not difficult. Really? Oh, for the love of God, I don't know why I keep screwing that up. It's not that difficult. Come on! Why? It's like I'm misseeing them or something. I don't understand. This is ridiculous. Oh, I hate that jump, by the way. That spike is probably... Despite all the fun and the funfair I've had, all the rest of it, that spike there, the one that's sticking out from the left-hand wall, that's stopping you just easily double jumping up that platform, is a bugger. There's such a tight gap in between there. Believe it or not, make that jump and the rest is comparatively fine. That's not to say I'm not going to screw up on it, because still nothing is a gimme. But yeah, make that jump, and I'd say the worst of this, despite the fact the rest isn't easy, the worst of it is done. Okay, this needs to be addressed right now while I have the chance. I hate that freaking jump. It might come up later, and I'm praying to God it doesn't. Believe me, you'll see when I get there, but it better not. That jump, you have to position yourself further over to the right than you think you should have. Every single time it looks like I'm bang in the middle of that. I hit the left-hand edge of the spike. So I would try and aim for a bit more toward a bit more right than you should. Problem with that is I quite frequently hit the right hand spike because I'm trying to do that. Stupid jump that just... It's misleading where you need to be positioned there. And please, please, please don't come into play later on in the damn stage. Why does this keep happening? I'm thoroughly getting fed up with those twin spikes. Oh, hallelujah! No! That's about 90 to 95% blast. So close. From a spike weaving point of view, I suppose, the very edge of the left screen, as you can see there, is pretty much it. There is one thing you need to do after that, but as for spike weaving, jumping, intricate sections, yeah, the left-hand edge of the screen is it. So I'm so close. Okay, I wouldn't ordinarily include that, but what? Oh, bugger! At least I'm making a bit more progress, though. Not that I wasn't making dreadful progress, but that's 2 in 3 goes that were pretty near the end. Okay, that one I just want to really just shoot myself, basically. How could I be so flipping stupid? Oh no, why? That's so dumb! Bugger. Just can't quite get over the line. Oh, bugger! Bugger, no! Oh, come on! No! Interesting. Flipping heck. Oh, God, seriously, I still really flipping hate this screen. Bugger! Do you know how much I want to scream right now? Why does there have to be another one of those bollocks, misaligned fools there? Seriously,